Lang Lang, it's great to see you. Firstly, and most importantly, how are you doing and how is your family doing?
First of all, I'm really happy to see you. I really miss you a lot. And we are now in Shanghai. The whole families are doing fine. Of course, not playing concerts and not traveling a lot. It's feels a little bit different than what I normally do. But other than that, I think we are pretty lucky, which still very healthy and stay at home. So yeah, so everything's okay.
You did, of course, participate in a very special historical concert, One World Together at Home, which has raised already over $125 million for frontline workers around the world. You were in the finale with Lady Gaga, Celine, Dion, Andrea Bocelli, John Legend. What was that experience like for you?
It's a truly great honor to be part of this major getting together as one world concert, and to be with several the best musicians in the world. It's truly honor. And I must say, I enjoyed it so much by playing the prayer. And it's such a beautiful piece, which it was so emotional. It reminded me a bit like, this huge romantic piano concertos like Rachmaninoff, like Chopin, even a bit like We Are the World. So this is a song which can really unite people together to heal our friend, with this great music. And it's a truly special. And especially, when I was playing, I realized this is the finale that makes even more special.
How important do you think it is, Lang Lang, for artists like yourself to collaborate and give the world that kind of entertainment at this time?
I think particularly at this time, the most difficult time, we need to be together as one. And as a pianist, we really love to perform with other musicians because piano as an instrument is almost like a little bridge which connects to people from all over the world, from different musicians, from different styles. And I think it's a really great message that when we have several artists sending out the same message, which is to bring people together, bring our heart together to fight this problem.
And Lang Lang, during the actual performance of the prayer, how did it work technically? Did you have, I think, was your wife Gina helping? Someone was filming? How did you do it?
Yeah, Gina was the camera lady. She did everything. She really, she was so incredible. I really admire what she's capable. And the whole shot was really beautiful. It's so professional. And of course, we are also kind of together cut in with the other great musicians. So in a way, we have a kind of like a real performance in the same time.
Of course, China was one of the first to go down on very strict lockdowns. What was that time like, and has it changed now? What's it like now in Shanghai?
That's been absolutely a huge challenge for all of us. All of us means in China and the rest of the world. I would say that we are now gradually getting a little bit more normalized. But the last 2 months was very tense. It was really beyond imagination. I certainly never had this experience. So yeah, it's just really difficult time for all of us.
Could you ever have imagined something like this happening?
No. I probably I only probably saw something like that in the movies. My great teacher Gary Graffman, who's now in New York, he said to me at 91 years old, he was never experienced something like that. And he told me this is a very important time for musicians to perform for everyone, and to share our emotions. And I listened to my teacher, and I think he's so right. So during this very difficult time, we're trying to bring music as much as possible. Obviously by media, social media, and so this is what we're trying to do. Shooting out some music, films, videos every second day.
What were some of the hardest times for you, Lang Lang, personally and emotionally during the tense lockdown?
I feel so painful because even some of my friends got affected, and it's just really to see them suffer. It's a very painful thing, and also obviously, as you know, for musicians, we cannot perform. I canceled all my or you will say postponed, but basically canceled every concert from last month until who knows when, and so in a way that I know a lot of musicians lost their job, and it must be a very difficult time for them to stay, to live in a good condition. So I think it's a lot of painful time for all of us. So that's also another thing that I really try to see whether there's something we can also, with the foundations or organizations, we can do some fundraiser for the musicians who lost their jobs.
And of course, you have your own foundation as well. Have you been able to maintain that?
It's very difficult. I'm having basically every third day talking to my CEO in New York and in Beijing, talking about how to save our foundation at this time, but still giving money to the people who need this funding for public music education and for some other issues. So I think that my team are working extremely hard now, but of course, financially, we're all facing a major problem, I wouldn't say major problem, but major challenge. So we particularly at this time, we need more support in order to maintain our programs.
There are so many people in lockdown. What are some of the things that you found helpful?
I would say, of course, it's very difficult to be like really stay in the same place, and for not doing what you normally wanting to do. For me, it's also very difficult. But I think sometimes we need to think something around it. We need to turn the bad things into something more meaningful. So I think particularly at this time, I think we should spend more time to talk more with your families, with the loved ones, and to stick together. It is very crucial that we have to stay at home. And look, at home you can do a lot of things. With the technology we have today, you can still talking to your friends. You can still have a kind of a social media parties, right? And you can still doing a lot of like online teaching, online reading, online whatever. I think we have to use this time to reflect what we have been doing from the last years or months, and to try to figure something very fresh and something very new to start when everything comes back to normal. So in a way, it's a time for reflection.
Lang Lang, what do you think the world will learn? What lessons do you think it'll learn from its fight against this coronavirus?
I would say that, from this, particularly this time, that we realize that as a human being, we are very fragile. We need people to help each other. We need the people to respect each other. And when we work as one team, the whole world will be a much better place.
And when we do get to that new normal, Lang Lang, what are you most looking forward to doing?
I would like to go back to the schools to do more teaching for the children around the globe, and of course I would like to come back to concertizing. I mean, this is a quite important thing. I mean, we are now doing a lot of online performance, but I really like to get back with my audience and my friends. I want to, share my emotions with them in the same room.
You have a huge social media following. How important is it for you to connect to your fans?
I'm trying to answer my friends' questions every week. So now I'm taking questions from my friend and fans from social media each week to answer personal questions. And in this way, I'm trying to get closer to my friend and fans on social media, and to keep them also happy, and I want them to feel comfortable with music. And with music, I think if they feel more comfortable, then their life quality can be slightly better.
Do you feel a glimmer of hope? You're saying that restrictions have lifted in Shanghai. What's the difference now? What can you do more?
I think in Shanghai now, we can basically go out, and the restaurant is even open, but still people are very careful. I mean, you see people with masks everywhere. It's still quite people still feel quite different than normally, and then it's still getting, long way to go to I think to get normalized. The movie theaters are not opening, the concert halls are not starting, the sports events are certainly not happening in this moment. So, but I think as like stores, restaurants, and people are start to get back to work. I think which is a very good thing, and you'll see people on the street every day more and more. So I see there's a sign of kind of coming back to normal, but it's still not there.
Yeah. And Lang Lang, what is your message and what is your feeling to all the frontline workers, the healthcare workers around the world?
I mean, the frontline workers, they are our heroes, and without them, I mean, I don't know what the world will be at this moment. They really sacrifice their life, their time, their caringness for all of us, and we should be really appreciate, and we should do more for them, for their families.
Lang Lang, thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you and your family to stay safe and stay well, and I hope that we'll be seeing you soon in person in concert.
Thank you, my dear Tania. I really hope you're, please stay safe and send lots of love to your families, and I really hope to see you very soon.